An Australian Air Force base in the country's Northern Territory will now have space for up to 6 nuclear-capable B-52 bombers. It's part of a US-funded project. Officials in Canberra have confirmed that the US-funded aircraft parking apron, which is currently in its design phase, would be capable of accommodating up to 6 of the B-52s at the Tyndall Air Base. Officials said the US bomber aircraft had been visiting Australia since the early 1980s and conducting training in Australia since 2005. But the detailed plans, first reported by Australian broadcaster ABC on Monday, suggest the new Labor government has locked in plans to expand US aircraft visits to the country.
Ukraine's energy infrastructure has again come under Russian attack. A wave of missile strikes have struck 10 regions, including Kyiv. Well, this was the aftermath of 2 blasts in the capital. It left 80% of residents with no running water and 350,000 apartments with no electricity. In Kharkiv and other cities, residents were forced underground when the strikes hit. 13 people were injured in 10 different regions across the country. Well, Kyiv says that Russia fired more than 50 cruise missiles and that it shot 44 down.
The Iranian authorities say that 1,000 people have been charged in Tehran over the anti-government protests that have lasted for more than 6 weeks now. The semi-official Tasnim news agency says the trials will be held in public.
So the trials, they claim that the trial is being held in public. However, I was just on the phone with one of the parents, mother of one of the detainees, and she was telling me, despite that, 2 days ago they held another trial as well. And she said that before the trial started, so the family members and the 2 lawyers went to take part in the trial and they were barred from entering the courtroom. And she says that, so what kind of public is this trial that you're saying that neither the family members nor the 2 appointed lawyers were allowed in? And they showed them a piece of paper saying that these 2 lawyers were just dropped from the case and we appointed other lawyers.
North Korea is threatening more powerful follow-up measures should the US continue what the North labels military provocations, referring to Washington's ongoing joint air drills with South Korea. In a statement run by the state-run Korean Central News Agency, the North's foreign ministry slammed the exercise as a war drill for aggression and warned the regime is ready to take all necessary measures to defend itself from outside threats. The Vigilant Storm drills started on Monday. They are full-scale for the first time in nearly 5 years, with roughly 240 aircraft mobilized in light of concerns the North could soon conduct what would be its 5th nuclear bomb test.
The effort is minimal and the impact is immediate. There's been no word from the outgoing president, but on many roads across Brazil, lorry drivers have been staging their own response to Lula's win in the general election. Their protests have prompted security forces to block access to the Congress in Brasilia, where other groups have gathered. Many driver associations indeed back the current president, and a senior member of staff at Bolsonaro's campaign headquarters said his aides are urging him to accept defeat to stop the protests from spreading any further.
迪士尼还是有良心的，免费放饭啦，虽然要排个队。
新消息，现在也确实在往外放，但是一波一波放，估计要查核酸的证明吧。